Good morning, everybody. We are in Traveler 5, Module 3, Unit 6, Vocabulary and Grammar. In this unit, in this lesson, you will be able to identify the meaning of words with more than one meaning, express general truth and facts, express hypotheses about what is likely or unlikely to happen in the present or future, refer to unreal or imaginary present or future situation. Before we will start our new lesson, we will go to do the vocabulary exercise from the previous lesson, page 68. Guessing the meaning of unknown words. Match the words from 1 to 6 with their meanings from A to H. There are 2 extra meanings which you do not need to use. Okay, cutting edge. Do you remember when we talk about this exhibition building and we said it's cutting edge? Yes, advanced. Advanced. C. Ramps. In the previous lesson we said about the building, it has its own ramp, so it will be easy to use by the wheelchair. Yes, artificial slopes. Okay. Generates. We said that each house will be able to generate its own energy. So, yes, produce. Dwelling. When we talk about the houses of this future, building the future, we said something about the, yes, a home. Renewable, renewable. So, yes, for sure, it's natural and never ending. Posts. Okay, we said that the houses of this building posts, let's say, using or donate the old furniture. So, yes, promotes. Okay, let's go back to our new lesson. Okay, we said in this lesson you will be able to use or express general truth and facts. What do we mean by general truth and facts? Look at this sentence. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. This sentence is a general fact, truth. So, in this condition, you will use F conditional, but the name of this is zero conditional. Can you give me the rule? Of the sentence, depending on the sentence itself. If you freeze water, it turns into ice. So we start with what? F, then subject. Okay, then the complement of the sentence. Then subject. Okay, what about the verb here? Turns into ice. Yes, present simple. So, F plus subject. What about the verb in the first part? You freeze. Yes, it is a present simple too. So, this is the first rule for the zero conditional. When you express truth, you express truth. F plus present simple, the second part of the sentence will be present simple 2. Present simple. Let's say if clause, the first part, present simple. The main or the second phrase is clause is the same, present simple. When do we use this zero conditional? To express general truth. Look at the second sentence. If she heats water at 100 degrees, it boils. She heats, present simple. It boils, present simple. Okay. Let's check the other kind of F conditional. If I am hungry, I will get something to eat. If I am hungry, I will eat something to eat. So here we expressing what is likely or unlikely to happen in the present or future. If I am hungry, I am not hungry. But if I am hungry, I will get something to eat. It's a real possible situation. Okay, can you give me the rule for this? If I am hungry. So if clause, which tense is the sentence? I am. It rains. She works. Yes, present simple 2. This is the F clause. What about the second part of the sentence? If I am hungry, I will get something to eat. Will get. So what do we have here? Yes, will. Modal verb will. Then the verb for sure should be infinitive. After the modal verbs, the verbs are infinitive. So if I am hungry, I will get something to eat. Number 2, if it rains, present simple, we may get wet. We may get wet. Instead of will, we use may. So you can use any other modal verb like will, may, or even can. If she works hard, she will pass. Or if she works hard, she can pass. So this first conditional rule. First conditional. Here you express real possible situation. Real possible situation. It means it's likely or unlikely to happen in the present or future. It is a real possible. Okay. Let's go for the third kinds of F conditional. The name is second conditional. Second conditional. Let's read the example here. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. So, can you tell me about the if clause? Yes, if. It should be capital for sure, because it's at the beginning of the sentence. I won, I had, I were. Is it present simple? No, it is past simple. If I won $1 million, I would buy a new car. So is this a real possible situation, or it is just imaginary, something you imagine? So when you express a real or imaginary present or future situation, you will go with second conditional. The if clause should be past simple. The second clause should be would plus would. And as we said before, with modal verbs, you have to use infinitive verb. I would buy a new car. If I had more free time, I could travel around. You can use other modal verbs like could and should. If I had more free time, I could travel around the world. Okay, look at the last sentence here. If I were you, I would study hard. If I were you, I would study hard. Why we didn't say if I was? I was, not I were. But here we said I were you. Do you have any idea? Yes, this is exception because here we are expressing our opinion or giving advice. So if you are giving advice or opinion in the second conditional if with the past, you are the one who is giving, you will use were, not was. Okay. Let's go for more explanation for the same rules. Zero conditional, if plus or if or when, they are doing the same, plus present simple, the second part which is main clause present simple. If or when you press the button, the machine starts. When you press the button, the machine starts. Okay, conditional sentence type 1. Conditional sentence type 1. Okay, if clause is if plus present simple, the main clause future will. You can use other modal verbs as we said, like can, may, might, must, should, plus base form. If I see James, I will give him his book back. If you want a parrot, you must promise to take care of it. A parrot, the bird, you know the bird. If you go to the supermarket, buy some milk. If you go to the supermarket, buy some milk. Here we are not expressing as we said a general truth or imaginary situation. It is imperative when you are asking someone to do or not to do. Okay, conditional sentence type 2. The if clause is if plus past simple, the main clause would or could plus base form. If I had money, I don't have money, and I am imagining if I had money, I would buy a farm in the country. Number 2, you could not lose some weight if you went on a diet. You could not lose some weight if you don't went on a diet. Here we change the order of the sentence, so we start with the main clause, then the if clause. The only changing here is if should starts with the main clause should starts with small letter, not capital, because if it comes in the middle of the sentence. Okay, as we said, you have to be careful to some notes. Yes, here, unless can be used instead of if, not in conditional sentence. Instead, so you can use sometime unless instead of if or when. Number 2, instead of if, we can use as long as, provided, proving that, suppose, supposing, and on condition, but use them with the word that. If I were you is often used to express an opinion or give advice. Is it clear for you now? Okay, we will go to do the exercise. Okay, look at the first sentence. Rewrite the sentences using conditional sentences. First sentence is, be here in 10 minutes or else I will catch the train without you. Unless, instead of if, we will use unless. So, unless you are here in 10 minutes, I will catch the train without you. This is if conditional type 1. Okay? It's not general truth, it's possible situation. Number 2, I can't help you because I have a lot of work. So I have a lot of work, I couldn't help you. So this is number if conditional type 2. Yes, it's imaginary. If I did not have a lot of work, I would help you. I would help you. Did not. The first or if clause is past, did not. The main clause would. Number 3, you must study hard, otherwise you won't get into the university you want. So, here you are talking about possible situation. Okay, so we will go with the if conditional type 1. If you don't study hard, this is the if clause, don't study hard, present simple, you won't, which is will plus not, you won't get into the university you want. The ferry stops running in very poor weather conditions. For sure, there is a very poor weather conditions, the ferries stop. Okay, so this is something, not even a possible situation or imaginary, it is truth. So, if weather condition are very poor, the ferry stops running. I will lend you my surfboard, but you must return it after the weekend. After the weekend. So, here it is possible situation. As long as you return it we mean the skateboard, after the weekend, I will lend you my surfboard. Okay. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will do more works, more activities and exercise about the F3F conditional. Okay. Sentences. Okay, we will go to the vocabulary part. Here you have a group of words. He wants you to complete the chart with the verbs in the box. You have 4 prepositions, on, in, to, and with. And he wants you to learn each verb, match each verb with its suitable preposition. We said before, such skill, it doesn't about a rule or something. You have to memorize them by heart. The more you practice English, the more it will be easy for you. Okay, let's check verb on. Here we have, what are the verbs? Comment, say your opinion. Spend, mix, put 2 together. Concentrate, focus. Succeed, pass. Replace, put something instead of other thing. Specialize, it means particular. Relate, something belonging to others or linking. Contribute, it's the same like we have a previous example about contribute. I will check it with you now. Okay, later, sorry. Combine, something like mix. Insist and invest, something related to money. When you have money and you want to make them big, you invest them. And involve, it means this thing is related to other things or topic or issue. Okay. Now try to decide which of these verbs are going with the preposition On. On. Okay. Yes, depend, comment, you can comment on, spend on, and concentrate on, finally insist on. Okay, verb plus in, result in, succeed in, specialize in, invest in, and involve in. 2. Number 1 is amount to, or refer to, relate to, contribute. Do you remember when we talk about the houses that they contribute or let's say share or donate the old furniture? Okay, supply with, mix with, replace with, and combine with. Okay, let's go to the second exercise. Here he wants you to complete sentence below using the correct form of the verbs from the exercise above the verb. Okay, on, so you will think of the verb that goes with on. I am afraid I must insist on everyone wearing their life jacket. Insist, they should. He hasn't done anything to class discussion all year long. So yes, he wasn't, or he hasn't contribute, share. If you have some extra money, you should in the stock market. Yes, invest in. His yearly income, salary, or let's say bigger than salary, to $100,000 amount. Yes. I like this author because he successfully history with human in his stories. 2 things. So yes, combines history and or sorry, history with humor, sense of humor, funny way in his story. We don't to each other very well because we don't have anything in common. So we don't relate. There is nothing common between us. They will all school with the new books before 1st of September. Supply, give. If you don't have any sour cream, you can eat with yogurt. So think instead of things, yes, replace, mix it. I'm bad in cooking. You are wasting your money when you eat on mobile phone, when you spend it. The spoken person refused to on the result of the meeting. Yes, comment on. It's really hard to on my homework with all this noise. You need to in your homework, focus in your homework. So yes, concentrate. He has a degree in American history, but he in colonial architecture. Do you know architecture? Yes, al-amara. We talked about it yesterday. Specialized. It is in the past. Okay. Here he wants you to get this information that sometimes we use re as again and again, but sometimes it's not doesn't mean re. It is not a prefix. It's a part of the word. Like let's say there is an example here. Reused or recycle. Here it means you will use it again or you will use it. Let's say, and I can't read it from the screen. So, unwanted furniture to local charity to be reused or recycled. So you will use it again or cycling it again. This is the meaning of a prefix is. It used before verbs and nouns for giving the meaning of do it again or repair. Okay? So, they are going to rebuild the bridge that collapsed in the earthquake. So, rebuild here, it means again, build it again. if everyone would reduce the amount of driving they do, the amount of pollution would less, I can see from the screen, would listen. Okay, so what does it mean here, reduce? Is mean do something again, or it's part of the word? Yes, it means decrease, make it less. He has recounted the story of how he got the job at least 100 times. It happens with some people, they repeat the story many times. So, yes, narrate. Are there any dishes which you recommended? I try, recommend. So is it as a prefix, or recommend is one word? Yes, it is one word, and it means suggest. I cannot read this. Can you please rewrite it more neatly? Yes, here it means rewrite it, meaning write it again. It's not part of the word, it is a prefix. They are going to restore the 16th century museum in the main square. Restore. Is it prefix or from the word? Yes, it is restore as a one word, bring back to previous condition. When you have something affected by anything and you want to rebuild it again and make it as if it is in the past, you will restore it. You will restore it. Why can't you two just talk to each other, two person, to each other like adult and resolve your problem or your differences, resolve your differences. What do you mean here by resolve? Yes, find a solution. I know you are lying to me. Would you like to revise your story? So your story is made up by you, and I know that. So please, would you like to revise your story? What do you mean by revise here? Yes, change and saying the truth. I spent the whole morning in the library researching for my project. Researching. Are these two prefix and a word, or it's just one word? Researching. Yes, it is one word. Try it, and the meaning is try to find information. Thank you very much for listening. Please take care, be safe, stay at home, and see you next lesson.